welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be testing the new Dyson Chitosan Pre style cream. Now that this cream has been released, I'm really hoping that it puts an end to my Dyson arc, as it claims to hold your style for twice as long. Looking back, it's actually quite frustrating the lengths that I, and I know a lot of other people, have gone to try and get the curls to stay in their hair. I'm pretty sure I tried 4 different products, bought pins to clip the curls in, I got my hair cut to shoulder length, I got layers put in my hair, I changed my technique with the Airwrap about 5 times and nothing seemed to work. However, now that this cream has been released, it could be the answer to all of our problems. So I ordered mine off the Dyson website and it actually arrived within 2 days. I think I placed the order on the 25th and it arrived on the 27th. Now I was a little bit worried because I was going on holiday at the end of that week, so I needed to make sure that this is an expensive product, so I needed to make sure that we were in the house to be able to receive it, and I didn't want it sort of leaving outside while we were away. So I messaged customer service and said, how long is this product going to take to arrive? And they actually messaged back and said the product isn't launched yet and it could take up to 15 days to arrive. So I was quite concerned at this point. Anyway, apparently the person I was talking to went away, spoke to their supervisor, and it turns out this was actually released and it shouldn't take up to 15 days to arrive. So I don't exactly know where they were getting that information from, but if you do order this, it has to be through standard delivery. I don't think there's a next day delivery option, but like I say, mine was standard delivery and it came within 2 days, which was great. So the Chitosan cream arrived in this nondescript cardboard box, and it actually says on the side, contents checked and security sealed. But I mean, this was the only form of packaging it came in, this jaggedy piece of bubble wrap. And as you can see, the box has actually been dinted, so not great packaging, and there weren't any like security seals on it or anything. So I'm not exactly sure why they put that on the box, but yes, this is what the box looks like. The colours are really nice. It's like a deep purple and then like a peachy colour. And then on the side you've got all the benefits on one side, and then this side is basically telling you how to use it. Now there are 4 different pre-style creams for different hair types, and there is 1 post-style serum as well. They're all £49 and they're all 100ml. You can also get refills as well, which I believe you just kind of insert it into the packaging that you already have, and they're £44, so you save £5. The one I got was the pre-style cream straight to wavy light conditioning, and this one is apparently for naturally straight to wavy hair that is easily weighed down. So I thought that was perfect for my hair because it does quite easily get weighed down by products. The other pre-style creams are straight to wavy rich conditioning, so it's similar to this but just needs more nourishing ingredients. There's then the curly to coily light conditioning, which is for naturally curly to coily hair that is easily weighed down, and then curly to coily rich conditioning, which again needs more intensely nourishing ingredients. The post-style serum promises flexible all-day hold with less frizz and increased shine. You can also smooth down lengths to reduce frizz and flyaways, and it creates instant shine for smoother hair that lasts. But anyway, back to the pre-style cream that I bought. The hero ingredient is Chitosan, as that's what the name is. It's a complex macromolecule derived from oyster mushrooms. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they figured this out. Seems pretty niche, but there we go. And it's basically found in the cell walls of mushrooms and helps create flexible bonds that support hair as a foundation for Dyson's Triodetic technology. And my next question obviously is, what is Dyson's Triodetic technology? Dyson's Triodetic technology flexibly locks in styles strand by strand with a lightweight structure of bonds. Each strand is able to move, flex, and recall its style in unison with the rest, resulting in hair that feels conditioned without the crunch. And also, just to touch on the benefits as well, you apparently get up to 50% less frizz, maintains natural shine, it's for soft, smoother hair that lasts, hair feels conditioned, protects against environmental humidity, and it's engineered for all hair types. So that's a bit of background on the product. I'm now going to take it out of the box and show you what it looks like. I have already tested this, which is why my hair is curly, but I will insert that after I've shown you this. So once you open this, for some reason it's got a mobile phone with like the Wi-Fi symbol coming out of it. I don't know what that's for, but I will look into it. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's got a magnetic lid, and if you unscrew it you can then actually see the product itself. So I presume when you order a refill this is what you get and you don't actually get this. So I mean, in theory you could just save £5 and keep this, I suppose, because it's still going to come out regardless of whether you've got the outer packaging or not. So yeah, you just push it in like that, and then it's got some little screw mechanism down here, and you just push it and twist it, and then it will stay in. And then to get the product out you just need to push it down on your hand, and then it will come out the end like so. On the Dyson website there's also like a handy little quiz type thing that you can do just so you know which one of these products is the right one for you. So that is all about the product, and it's now time to test it. So I've just washed my hair and I've towel dried it, and I'm going to apply the Chitosan cream in my left hand side of my hair and leave the right hand side just to see if the curls stay in any longer on this side than they do on this side. So I'm going to apply the cream. You just have to take off the magnetic bottom, and then I believe all you do is just press it down and pump it onto your hand. Might take a few pumps the first time. There we go. And I'm going to do a couple of pumps just because the one pump that I keep seeing in the Dyson ads does not look like enough for my hair, so I'll just do one more. And there we go, it's on my hand, and I'm just going to put it through. It says on the instructions to put it through sort of like the medium to bottom section of your hair, just so it doesn't go in your roots, I suppose. So yeah, there's a very kind of strong florally smell to it. It's quite nice. It smells a bit sort of old-fashioned in my opinion. So there we go, I have put it through my hair, and I'm just going to brush it through so it's properly distributed throughout my hair. So there we go. I can definitely kind of feel that there's something in my hair. I thought it might feel a bit lighter, maybe I put too much on, but yeah, it feels a little bit sort of like, I don't know, a little bit tacky potentially. So I've just brushed the other side of my hair, and I suppose you can't really tell any difference. This side potentially looks a little bit darker. It's obviously the product's in this side, but yeah, I'm just going to now use my trusty Dyson to quickly dry it, and then I'm going to use the brush attachment, which I haven't actually got to hand, and go through it with that afterwards. So with the hairdryer attachment I usually just dry it for about 4 to 5 minutes, not until it's completely dry, but just until there's like a tiny bit of dampness left in it, I suppose. So I've just dried my hair, and I've dried it for probably around 2 minutes, which is a little bit less than what I usually do, but it's because I did my makeup after I got out of the shower and it's been sat in a towel for a little while. So it's a little bit drier than normal, but it looks dry after a couple of minutes, but it's actually not if you sort of look a little bit closer. So this is the stage that I like to get it to before going ahead and using the brush attachment. So even though it looks dry, when you actually touch your hair it will still feel quite damp. So that's the stage I usually get to before using this. So I'm just going to use this probably for 1 to 2 minutes just to try and dry it a little bit more, and then I'm going to go in with the curling attachment. Okay, so as you can see, I've just dried it a little bit more with the brush attachment. I forgot to say, by the way, every time I use the Dyson, I always use the hottest setting and the highest fan speed. Not sure if I'm meant to, but it seems to work for me, so that's what I always use. So currently, obviously, this side has the cream in it, and this side doesn't. Can't exactly tell too much of a difference yet, I don't think. This one might look a little bit more sleek, but I do have sort of shorter layers in this side, which is why they're sticking out. So I've got the second version of the Airwrap, and with that you get one 40mm barrel and one 30mm barrel. In the first generation of the Airwrap, you used to get two barrels for which were the same size, one for the left hand side of your hair and then one for the right hand side of your hair. So the curls, you can see they've got arrows on. The air would basically flow differently, so you could get a curl one way and a curl a different way. Whereas with the second generation, they actually just give you one barrel and then you can twist it at the top like this, so the air changes direction and you don't actually need two barrels. These ones, by the way, are the 20mm ones. I have done a video showing the difference between all the different size barrels. I'm not going to use these 20mm ones today. For the purpose of the video, I'm actually going to use the 30mm barrel on both sides. I'm just going to attach it like so, and then to begin with I'm going to switch it over to the left hand side and curl this side first. Now, I know in the past I've done quite a few videos about my technique using the Airwrap and what works best for me. I have actually found the best thing to do is, again, as I mentioned before, highest fan speed, hottest setting, and then blast your hair with it for 10 seconds and then put it on to the cooler setting for 10 seconds. And after you've dried it, brushed it with the brush attachment, that seems to be the best way, and I'm pretty sure that's what Dyson recommends anyway, so probably should have just listened to them from the start, but that seems to work, so that is what I'm going to do. And for those who might not own a Dyson or know how they work, you basically just need to hold a piece of your hair like this, switch the machine on, and it'll automatically grab your hair and then start sort of wrapping around itself, so you don't have to manually wrap it round, it literally does it for you. So I'm just going to switch the Airwrap on now and show you how it works. And now I'm going to switch to the cold setting, you just have to push that up. And then push it down to switch it off, and then you can literally just release the curl and it will look like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of my hair with this, and I will show you what it looks like. So this is my freshly curled hair with the 30mm barrels on both sides. I'm just going to go through it with a wide tooth comb just so the curls aren't as coily. In terms of the feel of my hair, I really cannot feel like product or anything in this side, which is good. They have kind of all sort of gone together after I've brushed it, weirdly, the curls, and then this side has stayed a little bit more, kind of a little bit all over the place, I suppose. Anyway, I'm going to leave my hair like this for the rest of the day, and then I'm going to check in a little bit later on and see how it's performed. Okay, so it is 8 hours later now, and this is my hair. So obviously I put the cream in this side and I didn't put it in this side. What do you guys think? Because personally I don't think this has performed particularly well. If we just compare, because these strands right at the back, this hair is like extra soft, so whenever I put a curl in these sort of bits of hair, it just falls out pretty much straight away. So if we compare these, you can see that the side with the cream is probably slightly less curly than the side that I didn't put the cream in. And then in terms of the curls on this side, I mean the front ones, they both stayed, but that's because maybe the hair's less heavy because I've got some layers towards the front. So yeah, don't know, it's meant to hold twice as long, but I don't know, it just looks a little bit of a mess. I might try brushing it and see what it looks like after that. Okay, so weirdly, after brushing it, this side looks a little bit more curly, I think, than this side, maybe? It's quite hard to tell, I think, in the camera. But, yeah, I don't know. Either way, my hair from the front still looks like it's got a bit of a curl to it, so I'm happy that at least I've got the method down now after 3 years or something. But yeah, I may also see what it looks like in the morning after I've slept on it. Probably going to look like a bird's nest, but yeah, I may also do that. Hello, so it is now the morning and I thought I would show you what my hair looks like after sleeping on it. So it's surprisingly still like flicky and curly. This side, the side without the cream, probably looks slightly curlier, strangely. So if I pick out some, you can see there's a pretty decent curl still intact. And then this side, I suppose it's mostly just flicky now rather than curly, which is unfortunately the side I put the cream in. So yeah, let's have a look at the curls at the back, just to compare. So I think they look pretty similar now, just like a little bit flicky on the ends. So yeah, this is what it looks like unbrushed, so I'm going to brush it and see if it makes a difference. Okay, so this is what it looks like after brushing. Again, I think this side is more just sort of a little bit flicky now, and then this side is actually still a little bit curly. So yeah, a little bit disappointing from the Chitosan cream, really. I expected a little bit more from it, especially considering the price tag. And it says that it's meant to hold your style like twice as long, but I mean, the side I didn't put the cream in has actually held better than the side I did, which is a bit weird. But maybe I just put too much in, I don't know. One thing I will say is that I did like how my hair looked after I'd curled both sides and then I brushed through it, and the side with the cream looked quite a lot less frizzy, had less flyaways, and I suppose it just looked a little bit more polished on this side, whereas this side looked a little bit more crazy and all over the place. So I suppose that's the only thing that I would say that was better. Again, the smell is like florally and, as I mentioned before, a little bit sort of old-fashioned. I mean, I can't smell it like sitting here now, so it's probably not that much of a big deal. But yeah, that was just one thing that I noticed. I suppose another good thing is that you can't actually feel that you've got product in your hair. It's kind of like invisible almost. Yeah, it's just a shame that it doesn't really do as much as I would have liked. It's also meant to have conditioning agents in it, so it's got grapeseed and argan oils, which help reduce frizz and protect natural shine. I mean, my hair does feel like ever so slightly softer on this side, but it's like minimal kind of difference. And then also in terms of shine, I don't really think you can tell the difference with the shine. Both sides look equally shiny to me. In terms of the frizz, again, looks pretty similar to me, really. So yeah, overall I don't really know if I would recommend this product. It's awfully expensive at £49. You only get 100ml. I mean, I suppose you don't really need to use that much. You can just kind of do 1 or 2 pumps and that should do for your hair. So yeah, I don't really know if I would recommend it. It may be that I just need to use it a little bit more and then I'll be able to see more of a difference, but I am not holding my breath. So that is the end of my testing video. Hope you enjoyed it / found it useful if you're thinking about buying this cream. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!